Oh, my days. I'm shaking a bit because I wasn't quite expecting this, despite the attire. I really was. No, seriously, in all seriousness, because I've been told a few porky pies over the last couple of weeks. So first off, I was told I'd be presenting the Lifetime Achievement Award tonight, which was an honour in of itself. And then in the last couple of days, I was told, oh, there's this Lifetime Achievement Award category, you've been nominated, so you might want to prepare something to say in case you win. And I'm thinking, well, I'm never going to win that, am I? But let me get my sparkly dress out, my faux fur, just in case. And then I found out that two of my team were attending tonight, which was a bit strange. And because they were getting the tube with me, and I thought, where are you going? And that kind of thing. And so I thought, I wonder what's going on here. And I then, came in and sat at the table, and I thought, I wonder who else has been nominated. So flicked through. I saw my picture, and then I turned the page, and there wasn't anybody else. And I kind of burst into tears because I thought, oh my days, it's me. So I didn't actually know I had won this award until I sat down for dinner. So I'm glad I put the sparkly dress on the sofa. But I did put some words together just in case I did win this award because, as Nelson Mandela said, one cannot be prepared for something while secretly believing it won't happen. So I did really want to win it. There's nothing wrong with ambition and saying that you wanted to win it. So I'm delighted to be up here. I'm not going to talk for too long, Ish, because I know you want to get on the dance floor and shake your booty. And they say brevity is the soul of wit, so I'll try not to be too long. But there are a few things that I want to say. One of the things, there are many stories in my path to, I've got to call it success now, really. You can't say that getting, the job I've got at the World Bank isn't successful. I now accept it. But one of the things I was told, I had lots of really good advice in my career, and I've had lots of really bad advice. One of the pieces of very bad advice I had was about changing my surname. My surname being Okoro, I was told, well, actually, it's a bit ethnic sounding. You're not going to get anywhere in the city with a surname like that, etc. And at the time, I was married to Mr. Hopkins. He's gone now. Wasn't really up to the job, so he's gone. Poor old Mr. Hopkins, crying into his milk right now. But I thought, Sandie Hopkins does not have quite the same ring as Sandie Okoro. And that's part of me. I'm very proud of my Nigerian heritage. I'm very proud of everything I've had to fight through. And I thought, why would I want to go and work for an organisation that wouldn't want me to work for them because of my surname? Because essentially, as soon as I walked in through the door, the game would be over anyway. That hiding the ethnicity, hello. So despite... as Shakespeare said, a rose by any other name would smell as sweet. Well, not if your name's Okoro, it's kind of smelling a bit foreign. But I thought, let's ignore that and go for it. And so I've worked at Schroders. I've worked at Barings. I now work at HSBC. I'm going to work at the World Bank. I'm on the board of the RSC, and I do the Equality Standards panel for the Premier League. Great institutions that if I'd listened to not only my teacher, who said basically black girls from Balham never go anywhere, or I'd listen to Change Your Name, I don't think I'd be where I am today. It is about being your authentic self. It's really about believing in yourself as well. And it's not always easy because people throw things in your way, but you just have to keep going. It's resilience. And don't get in your own way. And a few days ago, after the announcement of my new job was out there, I had the most amazing thing happen. So President Buhari, who's the president of Nigeria, personally congratulated me on my appointment to the World Bank. And he said to me, the sky is your beginning. Now, I have to admit, I'm half Trini as well. And my aunt pointed that out after I sent that to her. And I said today, not today, my friend, not today. So I must admit as well that I've worked with some fantastic people on the way. And that's really important. In the job that I do, teams are really important. I have been able to build and work with some fantastic teams and some fantastic people. And tonight, two who've just lied to me the past few days are here, but I love them dearly, are Rebecca and Nicola. Now, Rebecca, I've worked with for 10 years. I first worked with her when I arrived at Bones, who's my PA. I had the pleasure and the honour of going to her graduation ceremony a few weeks ago when she qualified as a legal exec. And I love that path that she has been on, working hard to achieve what she wants to achieve, and she's going to achieve greater, and has always been a fantastic member of my team. I also have Nicola, my EA, who's come along here today, who just makes sure everything happens. I turn up at the right place, I do all the right things. She really runs me, puts the batteries in, takes them out at night, that kind of thing. And makes it all happen. And they are two of the people that I've had the pleasure of working with over the years. And team has really, really been important. If you don't have your team, you really don't have anything. I also have tonight all these people I didn't know were going to be here really until a few hours ago. Fiona Daniels. Now, Fiona Daniels is the stalwart of our diversity initiatives at HSBC. She's the first person I ever met when I started working at HSBC, and we've been firm friends since then. She's done some wonderful work for the BAME group at HSBC that I've been part of, and I've had the joy of working with her on. And why am I saying these things? I'm saying these things because we are living in challenging times when it comes to diversity. Okay? Somehow it feels like we've just been transported back in Doctor Who's TARDIS to the 1950s. What just happened? We are all asking ourselves that question. And it's a bit scary. But I challenge you not to be scared. Okay? Do not be scared. We have to stand up and do what is right. We have to shout out and do what is right and not be silent in these times. And we have to stand our ground and say, not on my watch. We are not going to let this happen. And to quote another piece of Shakespeare, you can tell I'm on the board of the RSC, I love my Shakespeare. By the pricking of my thumbs, something wicked this way comes. Let it not this way comes. That doesn't really good English, but you know what I mean. You could tell I'm no Shakespeare. We can't allow it to happen, people in this room. Let's carry on with everything we're doing. Let's carry on with all the initiatives. Let's shout it out when we see it. Let's not be silent and go, tut, tut, tut. We can't do that. And one of the reasons that actually my move to the World Bank is actually very timely is it gives me the opportunity to do that in a way I hadn't quite foreseen that there would be a need to do it. The World Bank is there to fight world poverty. That's its aim. And part of that is to do with human rights. Part of that is to do with making sure everybody, regardless of their race, their gender, their sexual orientation, their disabilities, gets the help that they need. And that is very, very important. So let's keep going with what we're doing. And lastly, I would just like to say a big thank you to people who are not here, which are my mum and dad. They've passed away. They would be very proud of me standing here today, of the job I've got, of so many, many things. And they gave me so many things, and they sacrificed so many things. And in many ways, I hear my mother's voice and my father's silence. Although he'd have gone, when he knew I'd got this job. But that would have been about it from my dad. But they always supported me. They always believed in me. And my mother particular did not want to hear one single excuse from me about why I couldn't do something. She did not want to hear that excuse. And she was such a great role model in that. So I want to say thank you, Mum and Dad. Thank you very much. You did everything for me, and you really were wonderful. I just want to wrap up and say thank you to the BSN, thank you to everybody in the room, thank you to my team. thank you to the legal profession as a whole that has given me this fantastic opportunity to do what I love doing. And I'm looking forward to keeping in touch with all of you, even though I'm going to move to Washington, come and visit. Seriously, get my card, come and visit, because I don't know anyone there. And I just want to wrap up with these words of thanks. So I'm going to end with some more Shakespeare if I can. I can do no other answer. I can no other answer make, but thank you and ever thank you. Thank you.